Up until about a year ago, traveling between the Baltic capitals by rail was rather challenging to say the least. At least that's what I hear because I've never done it myself. I believe for train service between Riga and Vilnius, it used to require a walk from Latvia over the border to the station at Turmantas in Lithuania, or vice versa. For a little while, there was Lithuanian train service all the way to Daugavpils, but that route was shut down a few years ago and hasn't returned since, although this article says that it may be coming back. And then this 2019 or 2020 blog post says that to get from Tallinn to Riga, one had to take a train from Tallinn to Valga, wait about 3.5 hours, and then catch a train from Valga to Riga, with a stopover in Sigulda. Actually, this might still be the case, but as I'm reporting in this video, I think train schedules have been adjusted to allow for smoother cross-border journeys. And so if we pair this service with the now direct train between Vilnius and Riga, well, it's a little closer to what Rail Baltica will be in a few years from now. Let's look at what the current train situation is between the Baltic capitals in 2025, right after the intro. If you're looking for a tech job in Vilnius, check out today's sponsor, Sigli. There's more info at the end of this video. Okay, so yeah, it's nowhere close to what the speed of Rail Baltica is promising, and there are connections, but well, it's better than it was before. So on the Vilnius to Riga side, things have greatly improved with the newly launched direct train service in late 2023. It's not high speed, but it is direct and easy to book. Operated by Lithuania's LTG Link, the train operates once per day from Vilnius and then stops in Kaišiadorys, Šiauliai, Jelgava, and finally at Riga. And then it returns to Vilnius shortly after. The Vilnius-Riga journey takes about 4 hours, maybe a little longer sometimes, but yeah, one easy to book train ticket to get between Lithuanian and Latvian capitals. And then on the other side, well, that's a bit of a blind spot for me, as I don't really cover Latvian or Estonian news that isn't connected to Lithuania. But looking at online forums and other sources, it does appear that travelers have had to endure 2 trains and 1 connection just to get between Tallinn and Riga. So there's the Tallinn-Valga train and then the Valga-Riga train, or the other way around if you're going north. And so this year, it's been reported that the 3 Baltic rail services, Lithuania's LTG Link, Latvia's Vivi, and Estonia's Elron, are coordinating train schedules to allow passengers to travel from Vilnius to Tallinn with 2 changes. One change in Riga, Latvia, and another change at Estonia's Valga. So yeah, I guess the Riga-Tallinn portion is the same, but I guess schedules are being altered for those ambitious enough to take the train all the way from Vilnius to Tallinn or Tallinn to Vilnius, all in one day. This is what LRT had to say about it. For those heading north from Vilnius to Tallinn, the timing of the Vivi train from Riga to Valga will be harmonized with the LTG Link Vilnius-Riga train schedule, with a connection time of almost 20 minutes. And then at the same time, the daily Elron train between Tallinn and Valga will be aligned. The CEO of Estonia's Elron company, Lauris Betlem, was quoted as saying, "At the moment, it is technically possible to travel between the 3 countries by train, but because of mismatched timetables, it has been less competitive for passengers." Apparently, it wasn't at all possible to travel from Vilnius to Tallinn in one day using the train, at least not in recent years. And so with this new harmonization of schedules, it is said that the total journey time from Vilnius to Tallinn is expected to take around 10 hours. I feel like the market for these train services, especially for those who want to make that entire Vilnius to Tallinn journey in one day, will be limited. I mean, it really makes me wonder how many people will actually benefit from these changes. When thinking about tourists and traveling through the Baltics, my guess is that people taking the train to Riga will stay in the city for at least a day or 2, if not more, before making their way to Tallinn, or going on to Vilnius. As a result, these people wouldn't need harmonized train schedules. And then I think most people traveling between Tallinn and Vilnius simply wouldn't bother going by train, particularly when you can take a direct coach bus. Rather than being tied to a once-per-day train service, travelers have many more options for coach buses. Just looking at Lux Express, the company runs at least 6 direct services between the Lithuanian and Estonian capital cities, and it's faster by about an hour, if not more. And there's no need for 2 connections and multiple ticket bookings. And, at least in the case of Lux Express, there is seatback entertainment and free beverages to enjoy as well. In my opinion, the only benefit of these trains is having more space and the ability to walk around, something that shouldn't be underestimated. Outside of travelers taking that full journey between Vilnius and Tallinn are the travelers at all the other stops in between. And I actually think it's the residents of these smaller stops that will really benefit from this train service. Because now, residents of Šiauliai can go to Tartu or Tallinn and all the other stops these trains make more easily. And I guess people from Tartu and Valga and Valmiera, etc. can more easily get to Šiauliai and Vilnius. And perhaps this is easier than making those same journeys with coach buses. But again, I don't know the market demand for such trips, but I do think this makes things a little more convenient for travelers coming from or heading to these smaller destinations. That's all I can think of, but do let me know if there's something that I'm missing. I should also say that for people who want to travel between Tallinn and Vilnius much more quickly, there's a daily Air Baltic flight as another option. That's going to be the fastest. Honestly, the more I think about this news, the more I feel like it's barely worth reporting, since I don't think many people will travel from Tallinn to Vilnius or Vilnius to Tallinn by train in a single day. Especially when you consider that this journey involves 3 trains, 2 connections, and 3 ticket bookings. But I can guarantee you that some tourists will give it a go, and train enthusiasts and vloggers looking for YouTube content will also be among the first to try it. But I mean, if you ask me, that's a pretty small market to be serving. Sure, it makes it a little more competitive with coach buses, but not by much. But hey, I would love to be wrong, and I wish LTG Link and Vivi and Auron all the best with this new initiative. Hopefully this will bring more people on board your trains. I think the more newsworthy angle is that this is just one more step in providing better service across the Baltic countries. Last year, LTG Link announced that it was conducting a test run on the Vilnius-Valga route with its partners to ensure that its PESA 730 ML trains were compatible with Estonia's railway infrastructure. So it does sound like they're working on getting a single train to go from Vilnius all the way to Estonia at some point in the future. On this initiative, Egidijus Lazauskas, CEO of LTG Group, stated, "The entire LTG team is committed to providing passengers with more travel options in Lithuania and abroad. This is a strategic step and an example of collaboration between the 3 Baltic states. Our team strives to reduce transfers to just 1. So that is pretty exciting, if it actually happens. And yeah, hopefully sometime before Rail Baltica is operational, we'll see almost non-stop service between Vilnius and Tallinn. But what do you guys think of this news? Am I missing anything? Is there more to celebrate that I haven't discussed or thought about? Should we just be waiting for Rail Baltica? Let me know what you think by leaving a comment. And this video is brought to you by Sigli. Sigli is on the hunt for talented IT and marketing experts to join their team, especially here in Lithuania. Sigli is a digital development services company with its office located in Vilnius. They're on the hunt for more people to work in sales and project management, and if you know another European language, that's even better. Check out sigli.com to learn more about their career opportunities. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.